Are you tired of telling your AI assistant the same thing over and over and over again? Well, in this explainer, we are unlocking a seriously powerful VS Code feature called Custom Instructions. We're going to show you how to turn that generic AI helper into a specialized expert that knows your project's rules inside and out. It's going to save you so much time and repetition.
So here's what we're covering. First, we'll talk about that repetitive prompt problem we all know and hate. Then we'll see how to teach your AI just one time. We'll look at the 3 different ways you can set instructions, see them in action with some real examples, and then we'll finish up with some pro tips to make you a total power user. So let's start with that big pain point.
All right, let's kick things off with a feeling I am pretty sure you're familiar with. That nagging sense of déjà vu every single time you open a new AI chat for your project.
You know the drill, right? Every time you start a new chat, you find yourself pasting in that same block of text, remember to use TypeScript interfaces, follow PEP 8, format my components this specific way. It is so tedious, it's inefficient, and it completely breaks your creative flow. There's just gotta be a better way. And thankfully, there is. VS Code has this really elegant built-in solution that is designed to solve this exact problem. It lets you teach your AI all the rules, but you only have to do it once.
So this is the big idea. Custom instructions. Basically, it lets you write down all your project's rules, your team style guide, any of that crucial context into simple markdown files. You teach the AI one time, and from that point on, it automatically applies that knowledge to its responses in the chat. It's really all about setting the rules of the game right from the start.
Okay, one quick but super important point to get straight. This feature is all about supercharging your AI chat interactions, when you're asking it to generate or refactor code. It does not change those little grayed out inline suggestions you see while you're typing. That's a really key distinction to remember.
So how do we actually do this? Well, VS Code gives us 3 main ways to create these instruction files, and each one has a slightly different scope and purpose.
This table lays out your options perfectly. For simple, project-wide rules, that .github/copilot-instructions.md file is your go-to. Easy. Now, for more granular control, like, say, different rules for your Python backend versus your React frontend, you'll want to use multiple .instructions.md files. And for the really advanced setups, maybe defining rules for different AI personalities or agents, there's agents.md.
Let's just zoom in on that middle option for a second, because this is where things get incredibly powerful. Inside any of your .instructions.md files, you can add a little metadata block at the very top, it's called front matter, and use something called apply to. This lets you use these file matching patterns, known as glob patterns, like /.ts. This tells the AI, hey, these rules, they only apply to my TypeScript files. That level of control is an absolute game changer. Now there is one more crucial distinction, where you actually save these files. Workspace instructions live inside your project, so they're perfect for team-wide rules that you check into version control. User instructions, on the other hand, are stored in your VS Code profile, which means they follow you across all of your projects. Here's a simple way to think about it. Workspace is for the project's personality, and user is for your personal coding style.
And getting started is dead simple. Seriously, just pop open the command palette, run chat new instructions file, pick whether it's for the whole project or just for you, and then just start writing in plain old Markdown. It's that easy.
Okay, enough theory. Let's see what this actually looks like in practice. We've got a few examples here straight from the official docs, and this is where it's all going to click.
So let's start with a classic, just defining the basic foundational coding standards for your entire project. See? You're just writing clear, direct statements about how you like things done. Naming conventions, error handling, constants. This isn't just about making things look consistent. It's about automating your pull request comments before you even have to write them. You're basically codifying your team's collective brain.
Okay, so let's get a little more specific. What about rules that are just for your front-end stack?
Now this is where the magic really starts to happen. Notice that very first line. You can actually chain these instruction files together. You can tell the AI to apply the general rules first, and then layer these more specific TypeScript and React rules right on top. So you're not just rewriting rules, you're building this whole hierarchy of guidelines. It's so smart.
And hey, this isn't just for code. You can apply the exact same principle to non-coding tasks, like writing your project's documentation. By setting up guidelines for grammar, for Markdown usage, for the overall tone, you can just ask the AI to draft or review documentation, and it will automatically adopt your project's specific voice. It's a fantastic way to ensure a professional and consistent style across your entire project.
All right, you've got the fundamentals down. Now for the really fun part. A few pro tips that will help you weave this even more deeply into your daily workflow.
These are fantastic shortcuts. If you don't know where to start, just have VS Code auto-generate an instructions file for you based on your existing code. If you work on multiple machines, enable settings sync for your instructions, so your personal preferences are always with you. And for you real power users, you can even embed instructions for hyper-specific tasks right into your settings.json file.
And let's finish with one piece of golden advice, straight from the docs. Keep it simple. Don't write a novel. The AI works best with short, self-contained instructions. You should be thinking in bullet points, not paragraphs. It's just so much easier for the AI to understand and follow simple statements correctly.
So there you have it. That's our deep dive into VS Code's custom instructions. You now have the power to stop repeating yourself and to start building a true expert AI assistant that's perfectly tailored for your projects. Which brings us to the final question. Now that you know how this works, what is the very first rule you are going to teach your AI?